skills, listening is the first step of good communication. So we welcome them all. As usual, reading and supporting in all our efforts. We welcome ma'am also. How much time she has to speak here, I don't know. But this is something unique to witness. This is a very different camp. Okay, so again, with a round of small applause, let us welcome to Shivas will be participate. Okay?
Welcome back to the university Samman organization. So thank you, ma'am. I for the opportunity of coming to all institutes. We will discuss it, and it's a relatively small audience, so we'll have more of interactive session. We'll have more of Q&A session. We'll have more of a session where you will understand what we. Any questions that you have, you may ask us, and we'll be more than happy to answer the queries. So one thing very good, ma'am, what you have done, I see a very good mix of generally you don't see that, we see sports. Do you understand sports? कितने लोग खेलते हैं? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 people is a big number. क्या खेलते हैं आप? You said, क्या खेलती है माना? Volleyball, very nice. Who else said? क्या खेलते हैं आप? Chess and volleyball. What else? Chess, very nice. Yoga, wonderful. Chess. Basketball. Chess. Skating. Cricket, very nice. Nobody these days are wonderful. Which other game? So we have how many? Maybe 70, 80 students here. Out of that, 13 students or 14 students they play games. बाकी तो नहीं पूछूंगा जब ये सवाल उनके लिए भी है. But what benefit do you get by playing games? Yeah? Confidence, yes, very nice. Confidence. Teamwork, yes, teamwork is very important. Yeah. What else do you think you learn in games? People who are playing, 13 people who are playing, and 60 people who don't play. What else do you think you learn when you are when you play games? In the last 10 years, I played something Pisa and my wife was good in cooking, so I gained weight. Otherwise, I was good in cricket. I was good in cricket and I was good in badminton, so I played well in my life. So I know, probably with some better experience, what I have learned from sports. So I need to know from you today that apart from discipline, teamwork, confidence, what else do we learn from sports? So
Decision making. Decision making.
Decision making, I think, is spontaneous. Decision making in sports is spontaneous. Whether it is cricket, chess, you will be what will say or you will do it. Whether you will pass it or you will decision making is very fast here. What else? Come again? Somebody was saying, yeah. Consistency. You will be consistent. If you're a Virat Kohli, you carry a brand of Virat Kohli. And you need to be Virat Kohli all the time. You cannot be some else player one day and Virat Kohli another day. You cannot do that. You have to be Virat Kohli all the time. Otherwise, हम झंडा लेकर के बाहर निकल जाएंगे. Virat Kohli will do it. What else?
Coordination.
Come again? Yes, leadership quality. Most of the games teaches you, leadership quality when you're working on a game. Whether it's cricket, football, anything for that matter. What else?
Coordination.
Coordination, yes. A lot of coordination is required. Not only with the people with the, let's say, with the ball, the football, the chess, with the eyes, everything, coordination is required. Okay, so so I am 46 right now. I have been playing for, that's a late to be honest with you. But I have played 30 years in my life. And you know what I have learned in those 30 years of playing a sports? The biggest learning of mine has been to handle failure. And I think that is what we are discussing now morning. When we used to play, there is a time when I will pull out for the first ball. There's a time when I will hit sixes. There's a time when I can play football and my team will lose miserably. There's a time when I'm a chess player also. So I used to play chess and some good young guy comes and he devastates me, in just 10 moves. And I'm down. And at a time I win also. So every day I used to celebrate success and failure. So today what happens that if I succeed today, okay, I'm happy, but it doesn't excite too much. Or if I fail today, it doesn't go into my head. फिर से तैयार होता हूँ, फिर से ready होता हूँ, और बोलता हूँ फिर से अच्छा प्रोजेक्ट होता हूँ. I think this is the biggest learning that I have learned over a period of 30 years, what I have been playing. And
Sports.
not only as a player, I think as a medical student, as a student of any subject for that matter, you need to continuously strive, you need to continuously do something, and you need to fail. This is irrespective of it. We need to learn failure because honestly, what we were discussing today this morning, that failure is a part of life. होगा ही. 10 साल में बहुत लोगों को 90% से कमाया होगा. आजकल तो बहुत लोगों को 90% से ऊपर आता है. अब बच्चे को डांटो या ना डांटो ये समझ में नहीं आता है क्योंकि जिसको 90% तो आया है. हमारे ज़माने में 90% was a big deal. So what I'm trying to tell you is that you don't know at times so it's very important that handling failure is very important and also handling success is equally important. You know why? कहते हैं कि सर पे चढ़ जाता है success. So you should know how to winning a continuously 5 matches. You are winning 5 continuous matches. And then what happens? All of a sudden they think it's going to be under the world. This is certain children. So you need to learn. So why do we appreciate captains like Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma, or MS Dhoni, or Saurabh Ganguly? They have been successful not only in playing good cricket, they have been able to handle, a loss, a failure, or a success, or a win. So this is what we are going to talk today in our presentation. This work that we are talking about, this project that we are talking about today, will give you an opportunity to lose. And this will give you an opportunity to win. It's a very different work. We are here today for a project which is of government of Madhya Pradesh. And we will be recruiting people for 45 days on behalf of Madhya Pradesh. We as a company have been entrusted with a job to, you can stand. If you want, you can stand. Sir, so this is a project which is of government of Madhya Pradesh, and why I say that it's a very, very different project because I think most of you are not talented. Most of you may not have experience. And once you do this, let me tell you that this will be a lifetime opportunity. Never in your life will you do this again. And the kind of learning that you will have in this 45 days would be phenomenal. Would be very different. A is a government of Madhya Pradesh project. You get a certificate also, certifying that you have done a project of the government of Madhya Pradesh. B, you will get an immense learning. You will go to villages, small villages, you will interact with people, and then you will realize how privileged are you. Because a lot of students are there, a lot of families are there. In spite of government running a lot of schemes, there are a lot of schemes which government runs. We all pay tax, the college pays tax, man pays tax. All of us pay tax to government. We pay tax to the government. The government, what it does, it equates the economy, the society, by running a subsidy program or running a lot of schemes, which those schemes are run for underprivileged people. So we need to evaluate that. अगर आप ये कहते हैं कि आपका कॉलेज अभी सबसे अच्छा है जबलपुर में, तो किस आधार पे कहते हैं? जब हम साल डेटा नहीं या फिर सेल्फ प्रोग्रामिंग नहीं कर सकते, इन्हीं को हम डेटा. So if we say that if we are trying to evaluate a particular scheme of government, there are a lot of schemes. First of all, people are not aware of it. There may be 10 schemes which is run by government of Madhya Pradesh. I think in a class of 18, maybe 20 of you might know even 2 schemes. Yesterday I came to know about one scheme which I was not aware of, which gives a 100% substitute to a student to study engineering. Which state government people have 10 lakhs rupees to study free of cost. But the state which does that. So there is a lot of program which is done by the government of Madhya Pradesh which we are not aware of it. If we are aware of it, then what will happen? It might happen that we may not be taking those, we may not be availing, but then remember that you have a lot of helps. You have a driver. You have domestic help. You know your chachi. You know who does press. That's work for you. You can tell them that there's such scheme is run by government of Madhya Pradesh. You can ask, her daughter to take that benefit so that she can also take a meaningful education in her life. You can help them to construct their house. How many of you know that there's a scheme of like PMAY, Pradhan Mantri Awas Vikas Yojana? So less than people who play games. So 13 was the high yardstick. People who were playing sports, 3 people are aware. Do you know that every person who don't have a house, they are entitled to funds by the central government in conjunction with the state government to construct their house in their village. And the government pays money for that. How many people do you know that don't have house? Do you know anyone who don't have a house? Jabalpur is a big city, man. Let me tell you this, there's a lot of people who don't have a house. So there are a lot of people who don't have a house. I am less travel in the country, but at times when you are traveling in a train, you see that that there are houses which doesn't have a proper concrete over them. I wonder that what will happen to them in the rainy season, what will happen to them in the summer, or what will happen to them in the harsh winters. They don't have a house. Now, if you help them to get a house, or you just tell them that there is a scheme of like PMAY, Pradhan Mantri Awas Vikas Yojana, just tell them, and they can contact their local panchayat and get their house paid. आपने उसको घर दिलाया, कुछ किया नहीं, आपने इंफॉर्मेशन दिया. जैसे हमारे क्लास में आज से 4-5 लोगों को मालूम है. Today, why I am saying this, because 80 people are aware. You can inform them. I'm getting your point. Let's see. Which is towards the data science, so that we do dashboard, voting, and other Ujjwala Udvara Yojana was a better scheme, or PMAY was a better scheme, or Lati Behan was a better scheme? Which scheme of the state government was a better scheme? Why it was? In which particular scheme? We are going to survey in 16 districts. So why this particular scheme ran well in Chittor and didn't do well in Odisha, or did good in Chhindwara, but didn't, let's say, Rewa में इतना अच्छा नहीं हुआ. So we'll be studying, we'll be doing those analytics reports, and we'll be submitting it to the government of Andhra Pradesh, so that they can, this data will help them in policy. I mean, so that's the reason we are here. And
Guys, do chat.
So we are a 10-year-old company, and we incorporated in 2015. Meanwhile, जो भी अभी मैंने बोला है, अगर आपको उसका 10% भी समझ में आने के ask any questions. There's a structured presentation that we have. Anybody has any questions, and I would request the session to be interactive. Because आपको समझना जरूरी है, आपको क्वेश्चन पूछना जरूरी है. You will be working with us, people who are selected, will be working with us for 5 days. And we can also ask ourselves, कि इससे मुझे क्या फायदा मिलेगा? That's the first thing I ask. आप पूछते हो या फिर नहीं पूछना चाहते हो? ऐसे प्रिंसिपल मैम इज लाइक डर लगता है, हमें पूछने को बहुत डर लगता था. Do you have this question कि मेरा क्या फायदा है? हाँ? Do you have this question? मुझे क्या तो मतलब ही नहीं है. जबलपुर is a big city. Okay, so मेरा क्या फायदा है? I'll tell you मेरा क्या फायदा है इसमें. So first is the biggest thing that we have that you will get. मैं सबसे छोटी चीज से शुरू करूँगा और बड़ी चीज करूँगा. सबसे छोटा आपका फायदा है आपको पैसे मिलेंगे. सबसे छोटा फायदा है आपका कि आपको पैसे मिलेंगे इस काम के. कितने पैसे मिलेंगे? Approximately 1,000 rupees a day. मुझे पता है इतने पैसे तो आप रिजॉर्ट में खर्च कर देते होंगे, लेकिन this is what you need. If you work for 20 days, you get 20,000. If you work for 30 days, you get 30,000. If you work for 40 days, you get. ये क्या है? सबसे छोटा फायदा. उसके बाद का फायदा क्या है? एक आपको सर्टिफिकेट मिलेगा. कि आपने प्रोजेक्ट पे हमारे साथ काम किया. लाइफ टाइम ये सर्टिफिकेट आपका होता ही. Not today, maybe 20 years from now, 30 years from now, when somebody debates with you कि आपने देश के लिए किया गया है, वोट देने के अलावा, या फिर वोट भी नहीं दिया आपने, है ना? हम हमेशा कहते हैं हमारे देश में क्या होना चाहिए. तो यू कैन प्रोड्यूस दिस सर्टिफिकेट इन फ्रंट ऑफ एवरीवन कि मैंने देश के लिए किया है. ट्राइबल्स एरिया में जा करके मैंने ये काम किया है. हो सकता है आपको देख करके 20 years from now रियलाइज ना करें कि आप ट्राइबल एरियाज में कभी गए नहीं. You know, so you have that certificate with you. Yeah. So you tell anyone, जब आप इंटरव्यू देने हो गए कहीं पे, तो आप ये बताओगे कि ये आपने प्रोजेक्ट किया है. This is difficult project. It is not somebody. It is not easy activity. You getting my point? So this is the दूसरा फायदा. What is the दूसरा फायदा? आपको सर्टिफिकेट मिलेगा. Which will always give you a remembrance that you did something, you know, for the country, and you made some difference. अब सबसे बड़ा फायदा क्या है? मैंने बता दिया. आप सबसे छोटा फायदा क्या था? You will get stipend. You're working in a project, you get stipend. Very simple. You know, we don't come to Madrid for the first time. But wherever we recruit from Delhi, we recruit summer trainees from MBAs, MBA we recruit and we do pay them. Any amount, so that there's some amount of learning. So पहला फायदा क्या था? You get stipend. Second फायदा क्या था? You get certificate. और तीसरा फायदा क्या है बताइए? Can anybody say? And what is the biggest benefit? You will get an experience. See somebody is paying you. Somebody will give you certificate for you. Experience what you are today. एक लोगों ने 10 बार आप लोगों ने किया जैसे सिर्फ 13 बच्चे हैं जिनको स्पोर्ट्स कहते हैं this particular work that you will do this will change your life this will change the perspective of your life you will get immense learning the kind of learning that you will get out of doing this survey interacting with people will be very different. You will not only know the various schemes, which is run by. बैठ जाते हैं आराम से
चेक करो यार कोशिश करो जो चेक करो
I tell you, we and Putin have worked together for the nights. And this was in 2006 when the two groups were formed. There was a split between two brothers, Ritesh Ambani and Vinay Ambani, and a new company was formed which was called the Reliance Capital. And the Reliance Capital on the 14th floor of Ansalia building in Connaught Place. The sitting capacity was only 10 in the office. And we had to recruit almost 200 people in a very short period of time because we were given target to start in Delhi, Rajasthan. So for good 1 month we used to sit on the staircase. Staircase, do you know the staircase? The bar building में नहीं होती है इसके बाहर. We used to take a laptop, sit on the staircase, and not me, my senior, super senior. And then maybe after a month we had a lavish office. But that is what it was. You need to be adaptive. You need to change. So this room doesn't have that enough chairs, okay, it's fine. Then a lot of places just sit on Okay, so let's come back to the program that we're talking about. The third thing which is the most important in this case, what you are today and what you will be after participating in this program, let me ask you will be a different person. Immense knowledge. You'll be talking to more than 1,000, maybe 1,000 people, or maybe 30 odd people on a daily basis. You'll be understanding them, you'll be understanding their challenges. You'll come very close to society. That will really good. You will not feel isolated. Tomorrow when you travel in a train, you will understand what those villages look like. What kind of people are living there, what are the challenges that they face, what are the shortcomings that they have. You will be able to relate to it and not to relate, but to enjoy that. So this is what I want to tell you, that this is an opportunity that we have come today with. It's a life-changing experience. So I'm going to now take a structured presentation for 15 minutes and then we'll have a Q&A session. Can I go next slide? Next, this I will share a presentation with you so that these are just numbers. We are 10 years old company. We have been in this business for 10 years. Parikshan is our registered trademark of the product that we have developed. We believe in quality, a lot of quality certifications that we have over a period of time. Let's go to the next. So this is about the co-founders. This is something about me. I am a graduate from Sri Lanka Commerce. Specialization is started in Nagar from Water School, Philadelphia. We have Dr. Vinay Goyal. He is ex-IS 1981 batch. He retired as a regional chief secretary from Government of Rajasthan. So we two we are the promoters of the company. Next. Our team is backed by a competent architect structure. She's a postgraduate from MIT Boston University. We have Manoj Singh. He is the CTO of the company, and he has the technology division of it. He is the one who is the chief architect of Culture. Next. These are a few relationships that we have. These are various sectors we counsel, the various clients that we have with whom we work over a period of time. Next. These are again some of the clients we have worked with the State Industrial Development Authority, Government of Uttar Pradesh, we work with Government of Bihar. We did work for Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, in Chhattisgarh. We associated with Chandigarh University, Toyo, Nagpur. So I think these are the, we can go and these are the awards, some of the awards that we have got over a period of time we work. Next. Next. So this is the study context. We're talking about studying equal 16. Can you go to the next slide? Next slide. So these are the 16 districts, in which we will be doing a study. We have Shahdoll. Shahdoll has the highest number of tribal area, tribal household, followed by Ovaria, then Dindori, Manga, Singrauli,
Shahdoll nahi.
We have total 16 districts, but these are the 5 districts we have the maximum number of tribal households. We have to go there. There will be an application of Government of Uttar Pradesh. You will have to download that application on your mobile phone. There will be a structured questionnaire that you are supposed to ask the tribal households, and you are supposed to take the feedback. The form of drop down. So you don't have to write it, and you just have to say that whether you are aware of it or not. So yes or no. They say that what is your annual income? You just have to select it. So that is the mobile application level. Exercise. And let's say that you go to a remote area, but the internet is not there, which might happen. So whenever you come to the internet zone, you have to submit it, and the application will submit that entire data that you have collected, the entire data, in our server. So these are the areas that we are talking about. 16 districts, 1,67,000 households that we intend to go and meet. And what we need to do, we need to collect data for that. We need to understand them, take the data, and all the questions will be there so that tomorrow we are able to create analytics, dashboard, reporting, so that we are able to prepare a report and we will be able to say after that. It's a lot of work, isn't it? But I told you. Okay. We also has experience available from this company, government of देश के लिए काम किया। तो गवर्नमेंट को क्या फायदा मिलेगा?
एनालाइज मौका और बेटर करने
गवर्नमेंट के फायदे की बात करते हैं उसके बाद देखिए सबसे बड़ा फायदा किसका है? गवर्नमेंट प्राइवेट का है। अल्टीमेटली काम उसके हो रहा है। ये वो पीपल आप सर्वे करेंगे, हम रिपोर्ट्स बनाएंगे, रिपोर्ट्स के बेसिस पे पॉलिसी मेकर्स को बताएंगे कि व्हाट आर थिंग्स दैट नीड्स टू बी चेंज्ड। आपको पैसा मिलेगा, मुझे गवर्नमेंट को वोट मिलेगा, करेक्ट, एबल टू मेक अ बेटर स्कीम। अल्टीमेटली फायदा किसका है? इसको पीपल, इसको फाइनेंस, उनकी बात को सुनेगा, उनकी बात समझेगा कि आप स्कीम जो चला रहे हैं पीएमए वाले, पर ट्राइबल इंडिया में भी करने वाला है। आप ये उनको गवर्नमेंट को ये पता चलेगा कि आप एक स्कीम चलाते हैं उज्ज्वला योजना, बट मेरे घर में इलेक्ट्रिसिटी है ना, मेरे घर में गैस आया, बट वी डोंट हैव दैट। So the government will come to know about it. Once they come, they will take corrective measures. Then how do we ensure also you have this view also? You are aware of it. It was not the central government and executed by respective state governments. So today, even if you go to small village, you will find there's a lineman and there's a electrical pole. उसको बिजली भी आती है, तरीके का नहीं। Somebody told that बिजली in the village because there's a perception of data में फर्क है। So there was a योजना in all villages. Already was. Let me tell you, there's no toilet. And when you go and tell them, से कि मेरा मानना है कि शाडोर में रोड नहीं है, ऐसा वो बोलेगा। I have to go with the data. इस विलेज से इस विलेज के बीच में 80 किलोमीटर की दूरी है और यहाँ पे रोड खराब है, रोड है ही नहीं। The biggest beneficiary of the program is of course the tribals. We will make a difference to their life. लेकिन एक मिनट और आगे जो चारों स्टेक होल्डर्स के बारे में बात होगी, आपको क्या फायदा है, हमारे को क्या फायदा है, गवर्नमेंट को क्या फायदा है, तो सबसे बड़ा फायदा
ट्राइबल्स।
तो ये काम हो नहीं करना चाहिए। आज हम लोग इंटरेक्ट करेंगे, टाइम अब थोड़ा कम हो रहा है, जो साथ ही पर्सनल इंटरव्यू सेशंस yesterday we had a very good, very good turnout of people who wanted to be part of the project. A lot of people rejected them, because they just wanted sake of glamour, करना चाहते हैं। So do you know that you have to work in sun? It's not December. जाके हमारा सूर्य के लिए and I have to carry a bottle. Many places you won't get water. Village also does not have to do. You have to carry your own food, but you won't get food. And there will be bright sun. बहुत धूप है, जो लोग प्लेस में खेले होंगे वो बहुत निकल हो जाएगा। फिर आपने तो कुछ बहुत खेले नहीं, दोपहर में, या कहते हैं खेला ही नहीं। आपको धूप का पता ही नहीं। So please do not. इस बात का तीन फायदा मैंने आपको बताया, तीन फायदा मैंने आपका फायदा बताया, but you will not be able to do it if you cannot tolerate the sun. You will not be able to do it. If you cannot tolerate tribals, you talking to tribals, learning तो बहुत होगी, but हर चीज का क्या होता है? कॉस्ट होता है। आप इस कॉलेज में पढ़ रहे हैं, आपकी फीस भर रहे हैं, करेक्ट? ये आपको एक्सपीरियंस मिलेगा, सर्टिफिकेट मिलेगा और स्टाइपेंड मिलेंगे। आपको लगता है फ्री मिलेगा? देयर इज अ कॉस्ट टू इट। देयर इज अ कॉस्ट टू इट। कॉस्ट क्या है? व्हाट इज द कॉस्ट?
बॉस
मेहनत,
मेहनत।
जबरदस्त मेहनत, परसिवरेंस।
Hard work।
परसिवरेंस। एक दिन जाओगे, I came to Jabalpur for the first time, and let me tell you, yesterday morning we took a flight from Delhi to Bhopal, 6:30 in the morning. We landed Bhopal at 8 o'clock. We started to study at 10 o'clock in the college. We finished at 5 o'clock. Then we took a train. Lunch at Abu, from Bhopal to. And then what time के बाद train में travel कर रहा था. मतलब first 1.5 hours sitting in a train for such a long time. But that is very experience. So what I'm trying to मैं आपको डरा रहा हूँ, मैं आपको फैक्ट बता रहा हूँ, किसी भी चीज़ की कॉस्ट करनी है। What my point? So now we have Q&A sessions. आपको जो भी सवाल है वो आप पूछिए, मैं उसका आंसर दूंगा, कोशिश करूंगा आंसर देने की। नहीं आंसर मेरे पास वापस जाऊंगा, आंसर दूंगा और आपके प्लेसमेंट कोऑर्डिनेटर को उसका रिप्लाई करेगा। Is that clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
So you may please stand and ask a question. So you may please stand and ask a question, or feel free to ask any stupid question. The most stupid question is the most worthwhile. Yes. So आप पहले कोई आप एक Okay. So there is no working hours. So it's a very important question. We didn't cover it. Yesterday also we forgot to cover this. So it's a flexible work. ऐसा नहीं है कि आपको जैसा फिक्स वर्किंग हो। मैं जब गवर्नमेंट ऑफ मध्य प्रदेश के साथ बात चल रही थी इस प्रोजेक्ट में, तो पहली बार भोपाल आया था some 2 weeks back, and we were staying in a hotel. For 9 o'clock in the morning, I looked out of my window and I asked my friend, my colleague, "Yeah, is this a public holiday today? Or is it a strike in Madhya Pradesh?" Because I have not seen anything on the road. Then I called one of my old friends from Madhya Pradesh, from Bhopal, and I said, "Yeah, it's 9 o'clock and I'm not seeing it. Today we are actively start at 10. No, I didn't share that with the फिर मुझे लोग आराम से आया। So उस आराम का क्या वर्का है? We'll have flexibility. You know, so for instance, आज आपका as I said is going to be a tiring day. So मान लीजिए आज आपने बहुत मेहनत किया, तो you will work next day. So but उसका पैसे ही नहीं मिलेंगे, stipend नहीं मिलेगा तो रोज मिलता, but then you can relax. The day you will work, the number of households that you will survey, you will get the money for it. Okay, so let's say you go to village, you meet 30 people. So 40 into 30 is you will get 1200 rupees. You meet 40 people in a day. So 40 into 40 is 1600. So you get 1600. You met 50 people, 50 into 40 is 2000 rupees. You will get 2000 rupees. अब किसी दिन मुझे ना कोई इच्छा नहीं है आज बोलती। So I'll get up late, you know, maybe by 9:30 and मैं आराम से पहुँचूँगा, जाऊँगा, मैंने काम किया और उसके बाद IPL की फाइनल थी तो आज मुझको अब मुझे घर वापस आना है, तो मैंने सिर्फ 2 ही सर्वे किए, तो उस दिन 40 into 2
80 रुपये 80 रुपये।
आज मुझे काम करने की इच्छा है तो मैं करूँगा, आज मुझे काम करने की इच्छा नहीं है। There is a deadline to finish this project of 45 days. We need to finish the project in 45 days, but we are recruiting a lot of people that we really want to do. So, for instance, you don't have the willingness to work today, somebody else might. For instance, she doesn't want to work today. So, she might be just that, you know, we don't have a work gap. So, we must factor this. Yeah. Early morning. Into these areas, into these districts, and also there will be there's one more topic that I was going to ask. There will be very less of travel. ऐसा नहीं है कि आप शहडोल जा रहे हैं, शहडोल is a very big district, आपको ब्लॉक दिया जाएगा, So you have to go to that particular block. तो आपको पता है कि I have to go to that particular block itself. You know, where there are 4 or 5 villages. So you don't have to travel the entire district. 60 kilometers this side, 60 because the districts in Madhya Pradesh is huge. Very big. So you don't have to travel to your transportation or communication would be very difficult. You just have to travel to one particular block. And blocks are small. They're not big. Second question is what was it? Come again? हमने कवर किया your location will not change. Your location will not change. जो भी एक बार आपको साइन कर दिया गया आपकी कन्वीनियंस के हिसाब से. For instance, you are studying in Jabalpur, but you are from let's say Siddhi, or you are from Katti. Whichever place is so for instance all native place यहाँ पे आपकी मासी रहते हैं वहाँ पर वो रहते हैं. You have some place like you know आप वहाँ पे रह सकते हैं आपको काफी बाहर रहते हैं. I will request, please don't talk and please hear his question. Because this question you might also have it. You know, whatever people ask. So he's asking whether you will be working alone or you will be, so this is cricket match. You have to bat alone. But you will get the support of government. You have block officers, you know, who is supporting you. You have tribal officers of government department. You have Gram Panchayat people who will be supporting you. Because understand this is a government project. So even government would like to deal with you to understand what kind of work you do. They will be with you to audit, you know, they will be with you, what kind of, how you do this audit, you also want to do. So you will have support of people, but then you will be more than one man and do the work. At times you will have, let's say, it is a big village, you can assign 2 people to that work. So people do the work.
Guys, do
But
chat.
you will be paid.
Chat.
Yes, but you will be paid for that you have done. Joint venture में, प्राइवेट में, ठीक है? जो आपने काम किया पैसा उसको इस टाइप का आपको कुछ चीज के लिए. Have I been able to answer your question? Thank you. So there are fees, for instance, what are the name? You know, because the data is not 2011 census. So there is a lot of people who will not get, and then you need to get. So you know, and then what are you doing? What are the schemes that you are taking? You know about these schemes. There will be structured questions which will be part of the questionnaire. You don't have to ask the questions on your own. और आपको क्या लगता है आज you know आज विराट कोहली कैसा खेलेगा? या मुझे लगता है कि आज के मैच में तो फिर से स्कूल ऐसा कुछ नहीं होने वाला है. You not ask any question. You are going to ask questions which are right on the on your application. Only those questions you don't have to, and then you will have to submit. Okay? So those questions we will do a training also. Once we do a question interview, basic selection, then we will pose that to the exercise, we will send to the. Yes. Yes, it's a very important question. So first of all, जो आप मुझे ना कि सबसे पहले how do you make the meeting that you are the right person? आप भाषण में ये देखना नहीं है. ना किसी की दूसरी बात है. बात है डिटेल में जाने आगे कोई करना है. So you get an iPad, which will be an iPad of government. Because you have to tell them that you have come from the government side, isn't it? Nobody will know function, please understand. सर भी नहीं जानते थे उसमें पहले और आपने से कोई नहीं जानता था, I'm sure. So what I'm trying to tell you is that only आप सभी एक चीज को तो जानते हैं, अरे government वाले. So you get an iPad. which will say that you are doing this survey on behalf of government of India. So that they understand this thing. That is first. Second, as I said, as I was answering this question, that you will have support of local authorities, block officers, block in charge. So they will be there. So वो आपको कभी जाने के लिए जाना है जो वहाँ पे लोकल लोग हैं जो पंचायत है वहाँ पे प्रधान है ब्लॉक ऑफिसर हैं they will be aware there and you will work on the mention side. So what we have done is just traveling allowance हम लोग initially we were paying 35 rupees 32 rupees for one Saturday and हम लोगों ने हर एक Saturday traveling allowance उसमें पे कर दिया था उसी में ऐड कर दिया क्योंकि traveling allowance को प्रोसेस करना होगा आप इतना क्या we will not be able to figure it out. आपको और भी रखेंगे आपको बेटर इज दैट इफ यू once your piece of payment is your piece per survey. आपके 20 survey के 25 survey के आपको 50 को पड़ेगा 1000 rupees का चार्जेस लगेंगे. It's very simple calculation. कोई और फिगर नहीं है. वो सिर्फ इसी वजह से नहीं है क्योंकि बहुत कॉम्प्लिकेटेड है. You know, complicated. I remember one of our पहले की बात है there was a person who made a yoga for the survey और वो ऑटो का पेमेंट लगाया you know वो सब चीजें है तो काफी इशू हुई मैंने से पूछा यार ये कौन सा ऑटो है जो दिल्ली में है they want to visit that city I mean district you know आजकल तो एप्लीकेशंस आ गए हैं कि लोग अगर आप ऑटो वालों से पैसे मांगोगे रिक्शा वालों से मांगोगे तो वो आपका चेहरा दिखेगा पूरे लगता है ये इंग्लैंड से आया है तो ऐसा नहीं होता है मुझे लिखा इन बातों की बड़ा है मुझे what else question do you have? 5 बच्चों को समझ में आया लगता है समझ में आया पूरा समझ में आ गया yes please
ऐसा दोस्त है यार लाइव देख के
आपको 45 डेज आपको 3 चीज़ ऐसा उससे बड़ी चीज़ और बहुत सारा आप college there was a came to our campus and asked us to do survey हम लोग दिल्ली में रहते थे और समाज आप लोगों ने सोचा कि कुछ पैसे बन जाएंगे रोटी दे देंगे कुछ खाना पीना हो जाएगा चलो समझ थे हाँ तो हम लोगों ने पार्टिसिपेट किया सिर्फ एक ऑब्जेक्टिव से वो तो सर्टिफिकेट भी है वो तो क्या बोलते प्राइवेट काम तो पैसे मिले ठीक है उस समय पैसे का बहुत महत्व है आज भी होता है बट वो थोड़े से पैसे But you know, after conducting that survey, I felt so confident in my life. I could talk to anyone, meet anyone, interact with anyone. मैं अभी थोड़ा रिजर्व हूँ लेकिन पहले तो बहुत रिजर्व हुआ इससे बात करने की हिम्मत ही नहीं होती उस सर्वे के बाद I was able to talk to anyone. वो भी लोग मिलता है बात कर सकता हूँ कॉन्फिडेंट होता हूँ ये जो प्रोग्राम चल रहा था सप्लाई चेन मैनेजमेंट का था तो Unilever was running that program and we were able to understand आज भी मुझे FMCG के अंदर अच्छी अंडरस्टैंडिंग है अगर कोई यूनिलीवर में, डॉक्टर कैम्बल में, कोलगेट में, डाबर इंडिया में कोई काम करता है तो आई कैन टॉक टू देम ऑन बिकॉज दैट एक्सपीरियंस दैट आई गेट फॉर 20 years back and that gave me a wonderful insight कि एक्चुअली परचेज डिमांड में होता कैसे, सामान आता कैसे, क्यों आता है, एंड व्हाई इज दैट पीपल परचेज फ्रॉम परचेज डिमांड इंस्टेड ऑफ गोइंग टू जैसे रिलायंस की। इन यूएस you have big giants like Costco. Costco is like daddy of Reliance Retail. You know, all your Walmart, your BJ's, big stores. But you know, people still go to purchase का दुकान। वहाँ पे आप Costco भी जाते हैं, आप सामान लोगे, आपको 50% डिस्काउंट भी मिलेगा। You know, but still the purchase का demand works. There is India and Amazon in US, very very strong, and there's Amazon and Flipkart and whatever in India also. Okay, you can order, but customer demand still works. It's a very good business. Why? We need to figure that and understand.